Hello, hello, hello. Hi there, everybody. Hi there. Today, I'm talking about hand-me-downs. I'm talking about repeating our outfits for different occasions. Now, let's get started. Well, as a people, the social media world has hit us in the middle of our generation, and a lot of us have gotten a little confused. Some of us are suffering from some kind of a dilemma and trying to fit in. Well, as a people, we need to work on that because, this whole social media thing can make us become very broke, can make us to become very poor financially because we're trying to catch up and keep up with the societal norms. Well, who is society? Is us. We create society, we make society. And we have to be able to let the social media world meet us where we are instead of us joining and jumping into the social media world to a point where it's going to destroy our cultures, our traditions, and also our belief systems. So, as a people, we need to fight against the forces of social media that is trying to put us down to make us become broke and needy. Well, hand-me-downs is a tradition that people have done over the years in all cultures. Because if you think about it, when they talk about improvement of life or when they talk about the growth of a society, it's all about how people can take their budget and stretch it in a way that when they stretch their budget, they can still keep up with their needs and the necessities of life. But if we have to follow the run or the ride or the rush of the social media world, we're going to get to a point where we cannot even catch up with our everyday needs because we're going to try to always want to become the Joneses, always trying to fit in and get to a point where we can only run away instead of joining the crowd. Well, the hand me down is something that when I was growing up as a little girl, I saw in my family. We were transferring our stuff from one sibling to the other because my parents made us to realize that in order for us to have the basic necessities of life, we should be able to share. So we were 10 girls and we shared everything that we had. We shared our rooms, we shared our personal property, we share everything that we had. The only thing about it is that my dad did not like that whole idea of today you wearing this dress and the next day your sister wearing it and giving it back to you and you wear it again. He believed that when you want to hand something down, it should be something that you don't want no more and you handing it down for the other person to take it and enjoy it. So we had that whole principle of giving down to your younger ones what you didn't want to use anymore, and they also pass it down to the next person, and it just keeps going down until when you get to the point where it's not usable anymore. But we are living in a world of social media where a lot of people have started becoming resentful, and some people are even rejecting things that have been handed down by their family members to them. And even if they want to use it, they use it in settings where nobody's going to be able to identify that that thing has been worn by a family member before. And that is going to be killing a budget because a lot of the families that were not able to have the basic necessities of life, the only way that they survived was because they took things from family members and also used it so they didn't have to buy those things and spend money that they didn't have. And this whole passing down of stuff, it was almost every item. People pass down their plates, people pass down their dresses, people pass down even their homes, but the social media world is putting us in a very tight position where, especially when it comes to outfits, we are not comfortable to accept things that come from other family members. And even when we take them, we are a little bit uncomfortable to wear them and walk or go into big parties where we know that we're going to encounter people that know us or know our family members that handed it down to us. As a people, we need to work on that. We need to work on that because it's destroying our society. It's making a lot of people to become poor because you have to buy for everybody. It's not an easy thing, especially for us who came from big families, for our parents to be able to give us basic education and also be able to feed us, clothe us, put a shelter over our heads, and still be able to meet up with everything else that they had to meet up with. So the whole handing down thing was a way of stretching their budget and also a way of forming a bond between the kids. Because I tell you what, when you received something from your sibling, every time you wore it, it's almost like that deeper connection. You feel like you're wearing them in you. It's such a deep feeling that I don't even know how to explain it, but it's such a satisfying feeling to know that, oh my God, this dress that I'm wearing, it came from my sister. And it just makes you have that special connection with them. And as you guys grow older, every time that your sister or one of your family members that have handed something down to you makes you upset, you sit back, you remember the good things that they did for you, the clothes that they handed down to you, you feel like, no, I'm not going to keep that grudge. I'm going to look for a way to, maintain a good relationship with them because they've been there for me in ways that I cannot explain. And this whole handing down thing even went as far as neighbors, colleagues, friends. People created that unity, that feeling of, that communal feeling of when you don't need something anymore, you can hand it down to your friend and say, you know what, you can also use it because I'm not using it anymore. We have to try to keep that because that was such a strong bond that we created with people in our community where, they always feel like we are a part of them. The handing down tradition, we shouldn't leave social media to destroy it. Social media is a good thing, don't get me wrong. But I'm saying that we should embrace social media to a point where it benefits us, not destroy us and make us become poor. Also, this idea of when you've worn something, you feel uncomfortable to wear it again. This particular outfit, I wore it when I was doing my photo shoot. And that photo shoot pictures, I shared it on social media. Today, I decided to wear this same dress on this particular show because I wanted to show that it feels good when you wear something that you love, and every time you wear it, you walk with it, you feel good, you go around and just enjoy and feel like, you know what, when I went to the store to pick out this outfit, it's something that I really did it intentional. It's something that when I saw this outfit, I felt good. And you're not just going to wear it one time. Wearing it one time is almost like you didn't get the satisfaction that you should get when you spend so much time and energy and money to go purchase something. So I use this dress today. It's not a coincidence. And even the day I did my big reveal, on that show of the big reveal, it was intentional that I wore a dress that I wore in one of our big parties that we had here in town. I always don't like to give too much information, so I don't call names, I don't call occasions that, bring light to certain events. But all I can say is that that dress that I wore in my big reveal and this particular dress, these are dresses that I've worn, and I've shared my pictures that I've worn these dresses on social media. But that doesn't stop me. When I feel like I want to wear this dress again, I will wear it and walk proudly with it because I bought it. I spend my money, my time, my energy to go purchase this dress. So every time that I feel like, you know what, that's the dress I want to wear, it don't matter if everybody out there know that I've worn it before, I'm going to wear it proudly. And one thing that's going to happen is this: they'll either celebrate with me or they're going to keep their thoughts to themselves because at the end of the day, I'm doing me. Well, that whole idea of repeating what we've worn before, it's a big issue for me because a lot of us stretch our budgets. Well, my show is for everybody, even people that are very wealthy. For those who are very wealthy, they have a lot of stuff that they don't even realize that they're repeating an outfit. A lot of times they have so much that they even want opportunities to wear these outfits. So it's okay if they have to wear one outfit and put it somewhere and don't wear it again. Because even before social media, a lot of them had too much stuff that they didn't have to repeat their outfits. But for us who are regular people who don't have a lot of money, let's not go into that whole syndrome of feeling like if we've worn something before, we cannot wear it again. We shouldn't put ourselves in that tight position where it's almost like you're going to have a beautiful occasion and you cannot attend it because you feel like, you know what, I don't have something to wear. We don't need to do that. We have a lot of people that go to the extent of lying and telling a friend or a family member, I'm sorry, I couldn't come to this event because I was sick, I didn't feel good. Just because deep down they didn't have something to wear. Meanwhile, they have a lot of clothes in their wardrobes, but it just felt like, I've worn all those things before, I cannot wear it again because everybody's going to know that I've worn it before. You don't have to do that to yourself. Life, we need to enjoy life. We need to live life, and we need to live life for us. We don't have to put ourselves in a position of too much expectation because what's going to happen, we're going to become depressed and we're going to become angry and just don't even want to exist. This particular show, I wanted to emphasize on that because we know people who are rich. For those of us who look at magazines, who follow the news, we have seen people that have a lot of money that keep repeating their outfits because it's not a coincidence. These people have money, they have influence, where a lot of designers would love to just give them their outfits to wear for free because it's some kind of an advertisement if they wear their stuff. it's gonna be like a commercial for them. If you know that, you're giving your outfit to this big celebrity who is gonna wear it, and a lot of people are gonna see it in magazines and gonna want it. But these celebrities decide to repeat their outfits. It's not because they don't know that they're repeating it, and it's not because they don't know what they're doing. A lot of them want to pass on a message to the regular man. They want the regular man to realize that if they who are successful, who have the money, who have all the ability to have whatever they want, can repeat their outfits. One more of you. Let's not leave social media to destroy our generation, to destroy our society. Social media is here to stay. Social media is even going to get more advanced than what it is today. So we shouldn't leave social media consumers to a point where we lose who we are as a people. Well, it's getting very heated. Yes, when I get very emotional, my shows become very heated. And that's the point I know it's time for me to call it a day. Well, it's always lovely spending quality time with you all. And thanks so much for the support. Bye for now. Bye for now.